Look, I want to talk a little bit about how Global Coaching Academy started. If I had known then what I know now, I would have headed for the hills. You wouldn't have seen me for dust. However, fortunately, I had no idea. So when it was put to me to put together a coaching and mentoring course, I kind of thought, well, okay, I can do that. I didn't have the qualifications at the time that I needed. However, I'd had a lifetime of watching my dad, who was a brilliant coach and mentor. I worked with him for 3 years in his office. He was an engineer, and he coached and mentored all of his team. They always had an open door. They could always go to him and talk. So I grew up with that. He was the kind of man who, if I had a question or if I had an idea, and I had a lot of ideas as a kid, and I would share with him my ideas, and he would never ridicule me. He would never mock me or laugh. He would always say, "That's interesting. How did you come to that?" So he was always curious about my thinking behind the ideas. So he would help me by asking questions that brought me to a higher and higher and higher understanding. I grew up with that. That was brilliant. So he was a big influence on how I was, what I was, who I was. And then I met my teacher, who is still my current teacher, and he was another engineer, brilliant man. And he also had this idea, this way of drawing out the best while also pointing out the worst. That was that which was in the way of me self-actualizing. So when it was put to me to put together a course 18 years ago now, I went, okay, I can do that. So I went off and I got qualified in coaching. I got qualified in training. I did all of this while I was studying, while I was setting up a registered training organisation, while I was getting the course accredited, because we got it nationally accredited first, and very rigorous, robust auditing on that, let me tell you. So I went through all that. It was a very steep learning curve. That's why I say if I'd known then what I know now, it would be a different story. I used to lie on the floor, curled up in the fetal position, rocking and crying, going, I can't do this. And the muses, because they were with me all the time, would look at me and go, are you done? Get up and get back to your desk. You must think I'm some sort of a ninja. So I said, sometimes pathetic. But a lot of the time it was just, it flowed. And I was very grateful for that. So 18 years ago, we had our pilot with a bunch of really wonderful students who just embraced the work, embraced the vision. And it's built since then on top of, until it's become like the course material. It's kind of the same material, but we've just refined it, and our students stand on the shoulders of the graduates, so they get better and better. Their understanding is better and better, which is so gratifying. We love our students. They are family to us, because I think part of the vision of GCA is for our students to self-actualize. We don't want to keep them just below us so we can keep being the expert. We want them to surpass us, to be better than us, because anyone that feels the call, that feels drawn to come in and work with us, our hope for them is that they will fly, that they will make a difference in the world. I've always wanted to make a difference. I'm sure you do too if you're here watching this. It's what has got me out of bed every day. It's what's motivated me every day, is because this planet is so beautiful just look around at the trees and the birds and the wildlife and the oceans and the mountains. It's gorgeous. It's in a lot of tumult at the moment. It's got a lot going on. So our graduates are more important than ever because we want to instill hope back into the world. We want to instill love, unconditional love, compassion, kindness, honesty, these kinds of things, unity, harmony, peace, but not peace at any price, peace through appeasement, but inner peace, deep inner peace. And that's the trick. We do a lot of work on ourselves during the course. It's a year-long opportunity to work on yourself while you learn the art and science of coaching, mentoring, presenting, creating training, interpersonal facilitation, mouthful, but it's working with people from a compassionate space, from a safe space. And we want our graduates to go out into the world and to create ripples of change, ripples of positivity. It doesn't matter if it's just with their family and their community or whether it's on the world stage. We've got graduates in all walks of life doing all sorts of things. They don't necessarily have to go and coach, but a lot of them are including coaching into their lives, into their everyday world. So our hope with GCA is that those who feel drawn, those who feel the call, who really want to make the changes they want to become in the world. I think it was Buddha or Dalai Lama said, if not now, then when? If not you, then who? So it might take a bit to suck up your courage and reach out and do this course. It might put you through your paces. We hope it does, because otherwise we're not doing our job. But it's well worth it. And hopefully Global Coaching Academy is not a huge school. It's not a rah-rah, you can do it school. It's a deeply introspective school that takes small groups of students who are drawn and gives them enough individual attention that they can actualize, that they can reach their potential, or at least approach their potential. Our hope is to play some small part in your journey of evolution. So that's all we want. And if you feel drawn, come and see us. Check out our website, globalcoach.com.au, and ask for a welcome pack or an info pack, because we'd love to hear from you. Thank you for being here.